Okay, so the first opinion is a bit rude, harsh, and controversial, so please don't hate on me for this. And this is just what I think, and this is just an opinion, so please don't take it too hard and take it with a grain of salt. So the opinion is that I don't think that people who say BTS should be exempted from the military service or shouldn't be doing military service are people who are saying it from the standpoint of the fact that they help South Korea. Yes, they are saying that, oh, they help South Korea, they should be exempted and they help South Korea a lot. I don't think people actually mean it. I think they're trying to, say that BTS should be exempted because of the fact that they're losing their favorite group to military service. I mean, military service isn't that long, but I feel like armies or people who are saying that, they help South Korea, they are using that as an excuse because they're losing their favorite group for however long the military service is. I mean, these people, armies, I believe, they have gotten so attached to BTS, and I think that's why they are trying to, use they help South Korea as an excuse, but they, in actuality, they actually just don't want their favorite group to do military service because, the group will be on a hiatus, and each member will have to do military service at the certain age the military service is. And I feel like these people who are saying this, they actually are going to miss their favorite group as a full group. So even if the group does solos or like subunits or something like that, they wouldn't be the same to these people. And I feel like they're just going to miss their favorite group as OT7, and they are just saying that they help South Korea and all just as an excuse to hide the fact that they're actually going to miss BTS because of the military enlistment. That's what I think. I don't think they're actually saying it in the standpoint of they help South Korea, but just in the standpoint of the fact that they'll miss their favorite group. Okay, so the next opinion is that a difference in the size budget of a company doesn't really change anything, meaning if a company is bigger and has more money, it doesn't really change anything. And if a company is smaller and doesn't have a lot of money to provide amazingness like bigger companies can and amazing high quality, it doesn't really change anything. Just because a company is bigger and has more funding doesn't mean they'll have better training and bring out the best of the best performers. And just because a company is smaller with lesser funds, it doesn't mean that they cannot provide good training at all. A big company could have the most amazing trainers for vocal, dance, and stage performance or whatever, and could bring out a good idol or an amazing idol or an outstanding idol, but also will have the chances of bringing out an average idol and an idol who is not that good. Just because an idol comes out from a bigger company doesn't mean they'll be good in terms of performance, singing, and dancing. And not every idol that comes out of a bigger company will be amazing in terms of performance, singing, and dancing. A smaller company, on the other hand, having less funds for good training, could bring out an average idol that doesn't have, amazing skills in dancing, singing, and performance, but could also bring out some vocally talented, amazing performers or some amazing dancers, outstanding dancers as well. I believe that it's not about the money of a company, and having more won't mean you bring out the best, and having less won't mean that you bring out the worst. At the end of the day, it matters how you train your idols. So if you have a bigger budget, it doesn't mean that every idol you bring out with your bigger budget from the companies who have amazing training will be amazing. And if you have a lesser budget, it doesn't mean that every idol you bring out will be average. A bigger company could bring out an average idol, and a smaller company could bring out an idol that has potential in singing, rapping, or dancing, or stage performance, etc. Okay, so the next opinion came out of me watching unpopular K-pop opinions on my TV on YouTube by different K-tubers that I know of and don't know of, and randomly searching up for unpopular K-pop opinions videos to watch them to find for channels who make original opinions and stuff. And this is also a bit of a controversial opinion, so please take it with a grain of salt. The opinion is that most K-tubers don't actually care about making unpopular K-pop opinions videos and just do it for clout and for views and probably subs. The reason why I think that is because I've seen a lot of channels overuse one or two opinions that many other channels have also used in their videos, and I've seen quite a bit of popular opinions being used in unpopular K-pop opinions videos or popular K-pop opinions videos or K-pop opinions videos. And I've seen some K-tubers use these opinions like once or twice in their videos, meaning that they have used one opinion or two opinions that many other K-tubers have used, or maybe even three. That's why I believe that K-tubers don't actually care, most of them don't actually care about making unpopular K-pop opinions and just do it for subs and for views. Because I've seen opinions like Jessie isn't savage, or Jisoo isn't underrated, or an opinion about lip syncing, or stop praising your idol for doing the bare minimum, or you don't have to like every song your faves release, and a couple more opinions I've seen on plenty of channels, which made me believe that maybe K-tubers don't actually care for making unpopular K-pop opinions, and they just, do it for subs and for clout and for views. And some of them just, do it because it gets people to watch them and it gives them views and stuff. So K-tubers do this and hop on this trend because of this. Okay, so the next opinion is that misinformation will continue to spread in K-pop and research will stop being used as much. What I mean to say is that a lot of the times misinformation is spread in K-pop stands, K-tubers, K-pop shorts channels, or basically anyone writing comments, making tweets or Reddit posts about K-pop, spread misinformation more than they actually do research. And the reason why I think that misinformation will continue to spread is because if you look at K-pop idols and scandals, a lot of the K-pop stans that read these scandals and come in contact with these scandals, they go and hate on the idol, number one, and then number two, they go and blindly support the victim. They don't go and do research or wait for more information by staying neutral, and then reading the more information that gets released properly, or reading the statement or whatever when idols are in bullying scandals to know which side to take, or if they should stay neutral or no. And they don't really do a proper analysis and judgment, and they go directly hate on the idol and follow the victim, even though the victim could be a potential liar and the idol could be innocent. Another type of misinformation that annoys me but isn't as bad as idols and scandals is when K-pop stans say misinformation like cute concept is dying, or bring back the sexy concept, or fourth generation isn't that great, or fourth generation is noise, or boy groups aren't that good. These types of misinformation also have spread, and it really annoys me at how people don't look at the Nogu side of K-pop and continue to say these things to this day. And since these things are said to this day, that cute concepts are dying and bring back sexy concepts and all these things, I bet you that K-pop stars will continue to spread this misinformation, even though I've debunked some of them. And K-pop stars will continue to spread misinformation like this, make new misinformations, because they don't love to do research and would rather spread misinformations and complain and cry about things when the simple solution is right there. Look at the Nobu side of K-pop. Look at groups that don't get enough attention. But K-pop fans don't want to do that, and they will continue spreading misinformation and start doing research less. And research will become a rare thing in K-pop, while misinformation spreading will become more in K-pop, and K-pop fans will spread misinformation more than they will do research. And that's what I think. And in a few years from now, K-pop fans will spread so much misinformation that research will become a less thing in K-pop. This is what I believe. I'm not sure if it will happen, but I believe it will happen, seeing how much misinformation has been spread in K-pop regarding cute concepts, sexy concepts, and fourth generation and all that, and how much I can debunk by looking at the no-go side. Okay, so the next opinion, which is the last opinion for this video, is that I'm actually mad at K-pop stans for not giving the views to Precious's Bebe, which is a girl group that debuted in 2020, and Bebe is Bebe. It's a girl crush debut, more on the chiller side. The reason why I'm mad is that this debut has such amazing quality for an MV, high budget and everything, and everything about the MV is amazing, and yet this has very less views. I've said a million times in the past that I don't really care for MV quality, no matter if it's a big company, small company, doesn't matter. As long as you can make a good song, I don't care, because at the end of the day, K-pop is about the music, and I'm here for the music, and I'm here for the amazing bops for my playlist. I'm not here to check out the MVs and stuff. But something goes off in me when I see like a group coming into K-pop, maybe they're debuting, an unknown company group debuting into K-pop, and they have a high budget. If it's a company that I already know of, like Starship or Vulim or IST, then I'm like, okay, they have a good budget, I already know them. But if it's a random company coming into K-pop with a high budget, something goes off in me and I get happy, like when Stacy was about to debut, or when I looked at Mimi Rose's debut teaser and I saw the high budget. And the reason why I'm mad that Precious's debut isn't high views and it needs like 1 million plus views or even more is because the MV is high budget. As I said, it starts off with this whole fight scene and stuff, and they have this fight scene in this like parking lot, warehouse type area, I don't know what it is, and there's water on the floor, and it's a high budget fight scene, and they're actually fighting. It doesn't look like like a really badly made fight scene. It's amazing. And then the MV has a whole storyline. They're trying to retrieve this jewelry or something, and this old woman is kidnapped, and they go on this adventure and stuff. It's like an action movie type of K-pop MV, and I'm like, that is high budget. But yet the official MV on the official Precious's channel is like 31k, 32k, like around that, while the MV on Denal Entertainment, the music distribution channel, is barely even reached 120k. And I'm like, What is wrong with K-pop stans? Why aren't they giving views to this? Like, there's so many groups that have come into K-pop with a high budget or an okay enough budget that have gotten views, like Nature, Bandit, and then La Bomb, and these types of groups, and even Dream Note, these types of groups have gone into 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, but yet groups like Precious with a high budget MV and an amazing song haven't even reached 1 million with their views, or maybe even 500k. Like, seriously, this MV is so high budget, so high quality. Why didn't y'all notice it when they debuted in 2020? Because just like other groups with a high budget that debuted in 2020, they also had a high budget, but why didn't you all notice them? It still makes me mad to this day, and I'm still super annoyed, and I wish that K-pop stars would notice this debut and give it the views it deserves.
네 맘의 문을 열어줘 더 기다릴 순 없어